This is a Franchise Thunder Report, presented by Parish Devon Injury Lawyers. They work every day to protect the rights of injured Oklahomans. Call Pepper because Pepper wins. Call or text 405-999-9000.
Greetings, Thunder fans. On today's report, we look back at last night's 104-85 win over the Knicks just a little bit. Stephen Adams will give us some education on how the game is played, especially from his position. Billy Donovan informs us that Patrick Patterson did not play late for the fear of maybe being stiff and not wanting to force another problem. Patrick talks about that as well. It's all coming up on today's Franchise Thunder Report.
Felt good to be back out there, get some actual real game time play other than, 5-on-5 and controlled stuff on the court.
You got just the 7 minutes. Was that a plan going into it? Is that an idea that you had?
No, there was no idea going into it. It's just all about how my body feels. Trying to work my way back into the full swing of things to be, fully 100% out there. So there was no set time. By the second half, when it rolled around, we was had such a great lead. The guys were doing so well, had been on the bench for such a long time. There was really no need to go back in.
What's your post-game recovery process like right now?
Pretty much it's the same routine every day. In there with the training staff, ice cold tub, doing stuff on the table, meeting with the trainers every single day, trying to keep the same routine, don't deviate from the plan, from the schedule, even if I'm feeling better.
How is it just trying to get a rhythm? Obviously, you play a lot of minutes, but just having had so much time off, so little practice, what was it like just to be out there?
It felt good to be out there. Like I said, being out here on the practice court with the guys, it's a lot different than being in game situations. So it's going to take time. It's going to take quite a few games for me to get back to my old self. But you got to start somewhere. And like I said, it felt good to be back out there with my teammates and be in actual gameplay.
Patrick, how much is it you pushing the play versus what the trainers say? What's that relationship?
It's all about my body. They understand. They know that it's up to me and my body. No matter what's going on the court, it's all about how I feel. So if I'm feeling up to it, if my body's telling me I can do it, I'm going to go out and do it. So we have a constant communication back and forth, but we have a mutual understanding.
Patrick, have you all turned your attention to Utah yet, or is today more about yourselves?
Yeah, we did some stuff over Utah, personnel, went over a couple plays, but more so today was just about us. Tomorrow morning will definitely be all about Utah, but it was a mixture of both today.
You're talking about obviously the big three, quote unquote. There you go. So them, obviously they attract a lot of attention, and so all that does is like when you have people like that, it really puts the defense in a tough bind where they actually have to make a pretty risky decisions, if that makes sense. If they go, they're going to have to sacrifice something, give something up. So once you get to that point, it's really good. Offense job, you can't just have them just standing there though, because then it's still easy to guard. Does that make sense? So it's kudos to them for being such like high caliber players that attract a lot of attention, but then their discipline to still run the play and keep them moving and then keep the defense moving makes it even tougher on them, which allows more space. Yada yada yada.
What does it do for you?
Position? My position? Oh, it just opens me up, just like it opens everyone else up. The type of offense that we run, it just opens everyone up. And again, if they take away my roles, then the only person taking away the roles is probably one of the perimeter players, or one of those guys. So then, whatever, it's just give and go.
Do you have any sense how you want to use Patrick? If you want to use him any differently or any more tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd like to try to get him more and more minutes. I think what happened was, he had that long stint he was sitting, and then I was going to put him back in the fourth quarter, and, we got up by 15, 18, 20, somewhere in that range, and I just, with what he's done to work himself getting back to being able to play, I just didn't want to, and not that he was restricted, I just didn't want to have a guy being stiff and trying to get into rhythm, trying to come off the bench and play. Hopefully we can try to find a way to get him some more minutes against Utah. I think it's important that we get him acclimated and get him in there playing.
All right, good stuff from everyone on today's Thunder Report. Tomorrow we will not have a Thunder pregame. The Thunder play the Utah Jazz at 8 o'clock Oklahoma time. It's on Fox Sports Oklahoma. We'll be in Sooner football coverage all day on Saturday. We'll return to the airwaves on Sunday at 5 o'clock live from Heyday in Lower Bricktown for the Franchise Thunder Countdown to Tip-Off show. Des Mason and Andrew Gilman will join me Sunday on the Canal. We hope you'll join us in person. And then post-game, after the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, we'll have another Thunder Report. Have a great weekend, everyone. And thanks for watching the Franchise Thunder Report on Oklahoma's new sound for sports, 107.7 The Franchise Oklahoma City, 107.9 The Franchise Tulsa.